So if you're an entrepreneur who burned out and doesn't feel like doing stuff all the day, for days, for weeks, for months, then this video is for you. The last 4 days I had my first burnout. So for the last 2 years I actually worked every single day at least 4 hours, obviously on vacations, and mostly in between 10 to 14 hours per day, 7 days a week straight up. And I love it. So I wouldn't do it if I do not love it, right? But for the last 4 days, actually yesterday was my first half recovery day, and today we have 7 a.m. in the morning. Today will be the first great day. Yeah, in the last 4 days I actually did nothing. I couldn't do my outreach. You can see this here. I hope you can see this here on the board. All of these crosses are 10 people to outreach, so I didn't do my outreach. I haven't talked with anyone of my team. I only had 3 meetings in those 4 weeks, in those 4 days. So yeah, I actually had a little break and I didn't want to do it. And I can tell you the reality, you will feel that too. And I realized one great thing in this time. And first of all, I want to explain you how you can break free from this burnout feeling as quick as possible. Because when you are one of those maniac workers and you want to work every single day and you love your work, like I am, then it is kind of hard when you can't work and when you actually have nothing to do. And here's how you can get back to work. Pretty easy, pretty simple. So first of all, I only replaced my work. That literally means that, by the way, if you want to have the dopamine spike, this video is for you. I think that will be 15 minutes, but I do not have fancy edits or all of that stuff. I do not need it. So if you want to listen to someone who kind of has some knowledge in business space, then just listen. If not, go back and watch Mr. Beast or any one of them. So I literally replaced my work, and I did this by downloading a video game. I actually played an indie game on Steam and I had 25 playing hours in 3 days. But one great thing you need to think is that you only need to replace work. If you are burned out from work, that means your body and your brain can't channel their focus and energy towards this only specific thing. That doesn't mean that you need to eat bad, that you need to sleep late and wake up early, that you have inconsistent sleep schedule, that you don't go to the gym. I did all of that. I stick to my schedule. I wake up early, I go to bed early, and I eat clean, and I go to the gym, but I replaced gaming with this. And that's what I can encourage you to do too. So obviously don't do that. But if you are in the state of mind that I was 4 days before, then do the things that it was a very nice decision. So secondly, I didn't judge myself. That was initially the most important thing, I believe, that I did the 4 days. I just played. I enjoyed gaming. I didn't blame myself. When you think of this, it is very counterproductive when you can't do the work and your brain wants to do something instead. And obviously you need to practice resilience. You have the resilience, but when you can't. I believe we as business owners, we are very resilient, but sometimes it isn't that good. But when you now want something greater that your brain associates with work, then why don't you just do it, Then embrace it, then have fun, then be emotionally into it and enjoy it. And I actually picked a game that has finished, so I finished the game 3 days before. So now I can recover from work, right? Yeah, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. And one thing I did those 4 days that actually elevated myself instead of my business was I read. I read in the evening. So normally I read around, 5 to 10 pages, and it depends. If I need to work on something, I read a whole book in a short time span of 1 or 3 days. But normally I only read about 5 pages every evening. And now I read between 10 to 25 and not something like non-fiction book. I read philosophy and a lot of faith. And that actually helps you because now you have the time to look more inward and now you have the time to actually work on this, right? And I did this and I believe that this helped me. So I read Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. Yeah, it is in my bedroom next to it, but I can encourage you to read all kind of books, like Discourses by Epictetus. Yeah, a lot of great books are here that can be read. Obviously, Meditations by Max Aurelius. So these little wisdoms that help your brain and your mind to recover, and it actually grows yourself. So it's pretty cool. And the last point is what I initially did is normally I sleep in between 10 to 12 and wake up in between 7 to 9 a.m., right? In between 6 to 8, 6 to 9, it depends, right? And what I now did for the last 2 days, yesterday and today, and I will do tomorrow, is I go to sleep very early. That means 8:30 to 9:30, and I wake up in between 4 to 5 a.m. And that's not because I am this Sigma Omega Ultra Alpha thing. No, I did this because I realized that I'm far more productive in the morning. I'm now awake for around 2 hours, and I have this YouTube video. I did all of my social media stuff for today. I recovered fully. I wrote a newsletter. I literally did all of content in this 2 hours. I had the scripts before, obviously, but I did it. Yeah, the only thing I now need to do is I have to talk with a kind of partners, and I need to client acquisition and helping in my community. I need to watch what they are doing the last 4 days, right? So that's initially what I did. I realized that I'm far more productive in the morning, and once I am in this drive, it is far easier to do so. And you get in this drive by not distracting yourself. And that's the only reason why this early morning is great. Now the sun is kind of going up. We have very poor weather in Germany, but what I do is literally I am less distracted. I have no phone here, and I just can work. It feels pretty easy. I wake up very early. I hate waking up very early. That's something you need to understand. You need to set yourself in just a high pain point, high state of pain with waking up early. And then I went to the cold shower, ice cold shower at 5 a.m. Nothing is worse than that. Then you did it, and after that, your pain level is this high, and then you go to work. And work is only in the mid way, right? But when you wake up, you eat something with high sugar, I don't know, chocolate and sweets, and then you go video gaming. Your pain level is so low, and the work will be so high. It's kind of with there is an experiment. I don't know how it's called in English, but you have three kind of water bottles, water cans, and one is hot, one is cold, and one is ice cold, and one is lukewarm. And now you put your arm into the hot one and your arm into the cold one for, I don't know, 1 or 2 minutes. And then after that, you put your arms into the middle, the lukewarm one, right? And what now happens is for the ice cold, for the high pain point, it is very, very warm. It is nice. It feels great because now your body doesn't get that cold and it doesn't need to work that much. So it is very nice. But for the hot one, it gets cold and it feels very disgusting. And that's how you need to see it with this work too. So if you ever feel burnout, then I encourage you to do those 4 things. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, do things with intent, do things you love. I actually learned in those 4 things that I love the work I'm doing. I love everything. And yeah, stay healthy. Stay healthy. If you want to, learn more about how to get healthy, how to get schedules, and how to be able to work out, eat clean, sleep correctly, have great habits, and have systems, have trackers, have gear, have supplements, have all of that stuff while you're working 70 to 90 hours per week, then just check out the first link in the description. If you do not enjoy the video, like and subscribe if you want to hear more from me, and if you want that I continue this stuff here. And yeah, I will see you in the future. Have fun, enjoy your day, and do something great.